This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. What's up, world? This is Alexander Playtime Williams of PlayTimeCares.com. This is my Raw recap of December 28, 2015, last Raw of the year 2015. This one was in Brooklyn, New York. You had JBL, Michael Cole, and Brian Saxon as your commentators. Started off with Vince McMahon coming to the ring. You know, he pretty much was saying that he was going to get catchback on Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns disrespected his whole family, including Stephanie, which they showed the recap of him turning his back on Stephanie while Stephanie was talking to him, irritating Stephanie. So Vince McMahon decided to play a mind game with Roman Reigns. So he told him, come down to the ring. Roman Reigns came down, and he tried to get on his nerves. The thing that seemed to work was that he talked about his uncle and his father, you know, the Wild Samoans, talked about how he worked them like a dog pretty much and just used them for their money and worked them nonstop and just, you know, took all the money. So Rusev ended up pushing him down. Vince McMahon said that his neck was injured. It was asking people to help him. Stephanie comes down with policemen. She told, hey, y'all need to arrest him. You saw him assault my father. They said, nah. Stephanie McMahon gets furious. It's like, how dare you? You know who I am? You arrest him right now. Police told him, look, if you don't step back, we're going to arrest you. Vince McMahon's like, hey, don't talk to my daughter like that. He's like, you don't step back, I'm going to arrest her and I'm going to arrest you. Vince McMahon grabbed the policeman by his clothes and they ended up arresting Vince McMahon. Let me go on the record and say this was a really, really weak way to actually kick off the last Raw of 2015. And all of this Raw was boring as heck. It got to the point to where the crowd actually chanted, "This is boring," during the show. It's not, WWE writers, hopefully 2016 will be better for you because you're really bad this year. You know, let me go on record and say, you need to get a cruiserweight division. You need to use the wrestlers more. You recycle like 8 wrestlers. You have too big of a roster to keep recycling 8 wrestlers. And you don't even make any belt matter that's not the freaking World Heavyweight belt. You know, the U.S. title, he wrestling in a tag team match. The IC title, he wrestling in a tag team match. The tag team belts, they're not even fighting the tag teams, not even fighting the best duos in there. Hey, they got the best duos fighting in quad matches, 8-man matches and stuff. Ugh. But let's get back to what we saw. That's just me going off on a tangent. Y'all need to do better in 2016. First match was Kevin Owens versus Neville. This actually ended up being a surprise quick match. Kevin Owens wanted to beat Owen Neville because he won the Breakout Superstar of the Year, and Kevin Owens still feels as though he deserved it. So he went for the pop-up powerbomb quick on Neville. But Neville read it, reversed it, got a pin victory on on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens completely snapped and just started whooping his boy. You know, he lost a match, but he didn't care. He just started whooping the boy all the way until Dean Ambrose came out, and then they started fighting, and that's when Kevin Owens just left. So they had a SmackDown recap of Team Bad attacking Becky and Lynch during Charlotte's match, where, you know, Team Bad poured their eggnog over her head, dressed as a snowman, reindeer, and a ugly sweater lady. And then they interviewed Becky Lynch, was asking, okay, well, Charlotte says she's not going to be here tonight. Is that a concern for you? It's like, nah, that's not a concern. I ain't come here to, you know, to be, you know, a person that's in the background. I want to stand out. And, you know, she was just saying that she wasn't expecting it to be easy for her in the WWE. So, of course, the next match is going to be Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. This actually was the best match of the night, but they didn't do enough craziness to make me make the match a 3. Every match was a 2. This was the strongest 2 out of the all of the matches. Good back and forth action. They did a couple of diving out the ring things. Becky did. Sasha did. But Becky fighting against Team Bad. Of course, the number games won. Sasha Banks was able to reverse a reversal and get the pin victory on Becky Lynch. Then the camera crews were waiting outside of the Brooklyn police department to get a word with Vince McMahon once he made bail. So your next match would be the New Day versus the Lucha Dragons. But specifically, this match was Kofi Kingston versus Kalisto. And actually was a pretty entertaining match. Showcased why we need a cruiserweight division. Match wasn't long enough. They didn't allow him to do enough stuff. But Kalisto was able to get a decent victory over Kofi Kingston. And surprisingly, Sin Cara decided to attack Xavier Woods and Big E Langston while they was on the outside of the ring. So Xavier Woods called out Sin Cara and said, "Hey, let's fight right now, but your match is against Big E." So they started that match. Big E punished that boy. I mean, to the point to where he pulled him off of the ring apron, let him hit his back on the ground, and messed up Sin Cara's shoulder. That was a wrap. It was a done deal. Big E just punished him. He got the pin victory. Then you had Miz TV. Miz came out and said, "Hey, I'm going to discuss all of the highlights that I had in 2015. Ryback was like, "Hey, nobody don't want to hear that foolishness. Nobody worried about the past. We're worried about the future. 2016 is the year of the big guy." So yeah, everybody chanting about that. Then Goldust come out and he was like, "Hey, is the Miz going to win Emmy? Is he going to win an Oscar? Is he going to win a SAG award? Or will he just get some Golden Globes?" Hilarious. Golden Globes. Right over the little kids' heads. I love that adult humor snuck in there. And then, who came out after Goldust? Zack Ryder comes out and said, "No, 216 is my year." Crowd going going nuts because he an East Coast favorite. They saying, "We want Ryder, woo, woo, woo." They went crazy. Then R-Truth comes out and he's like, "Hey, anybody can vote for Superstar of the Year for the Slammys. Y'all need to vote for me." It was like, "Look, man, the Slammys was last week. You won the Slammy for OMG moment of the year." He's like, "Oh, yeah, my bad. This one on me. This one on me." So then Heath Slater comes out and say, "Hey, I'm the one-man band, baby. And this year," Big Show music hit. Big Show come out there and just start attacking everybody. Boom, 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 boom. Last person in the ring is Ryback. They hit each other a little bit. Big Show knocked him over the ropes. Boom. He said, "Give me a mic." He said, "You know what? Not only is this the year of the Big Show, but I'm going to make myself the first entry for the Royal Rumble, which is going to happen in a month, a little bit under a month. And I'm going to win that. Then I'm going to go ahead and get that spot in WrestleMania, and I'm going to win the title. This is the year of the Big Show." And so the next match actually was Big Show versus Ryback. They made that match happen when they went to commercial. And Big Show was beating up on Ryback a nice bit. Ryback finally got himself together, knocked down the Big Show, start doing this meathead clothesline, whatever they call that thing, meat hook clothesline. He revving it up. "Feed me more. Feed me more." Big Show just rolled out the ring and start laughing and just walk away. So Ryback ended up winning via countout. And then you had Dean Ambrose and the Usos versus the League of Nations minus Del Rio. So that's King Barrett, Sheamus, and Rusev. Even though the Usos and Dean Ambrose started off on fire, them boys just got whooped from pillar to post. It felt like the League of Nations, the Usos, they got they injury resurfaced. So the League of Nations took advantage and just started whooping all of them. So that wasn't even really a decent match. So they got the pin victory in that one. Vince McMahon posted bail. Stephanie McMahon led him out. They both said they wasn't talking to anybody. They had other people with their cameras and stuff there. Said, "We're not talking to nobody." They got in the car and just pulled off. And then they did a Motorhead tribute to Lemmy. That's the guy that, "Time to play the game." That guy with the cool voice, he died today, unfortunately. So rest in peace, Lemmy of Motorhead. So the last match was actually Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena. They both trash talked before the match, and it wasn't supposed to be a title match, but of course John Cena went with the juvenile humor and said he wasn't a man, he didn't have balls and all that type of stuff. He used the B word, stuff like that. So it turned into a U.S. title match, back and forth action. Really wasn't nothing spectacular about the match. Truth be told, they both looked like they were going to pin each other. The referee got knocked out of the ring by accident. So, of course, that opened up the door for the League of Nations to come down and interfere and beat up Cena. They put Alberto Del Rio on top of him. Cena kicks out. Cena attacks the League of Nations. Alberto Del Rio able to get the backstab on him. You know, try to get him to pin. Referee wakes up. 1, 2, nope. Cena kicks out. Cena fights. He's able to get Alberto Del Rio with the attitude adjustment. Weakest move, finish move of all time, a fireman's carry. Attitude adjustment. Boom. 1, 2. League of Nations jump in the ring, start stomping on Cena. John Cena wins via disqualification. They keep stomping Cena, keep stomping him, keep stomping him. The Usos come, they hobbling down the ring. The crowd go nuts. Usos get whooped. They injured, remember? Whoop, 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 whoop. They keep whooping them. A bro kick to Cena. Sheamus go outside the ring to get a chair. Roman Reigns come in, spear Rusev, boom. Superman punch King Barrett, boom. Looking at him and Sheamus looking at each other. They both jump in the ring. Sheamus swing that chair, miss, boom. Superman punch. He grabs the chair. Wow. Hit Sheamus. Sheamus roll out the ring. Everybody excited. Vince McMahon shows up. Everybody gets more excited. Vince McMahon said, hey, next week you're going to have to defend your title against Sheamus. And by the way, I'm the special guest referee. So, hey, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year. That was your Raw. Wasn't all that good. It is what it is. All the matches was pretty blah. The best match was definitely the Divas match by far. And, I mean, follow me. PlayTime cares on everything. That's what I do. Hey, I'm liking the thumbs up. I'm liking the thumbs down. At least you're watching it. At least you're commenting. Hey, do comments. Tell me what you want me to say. You know, what you want me to add in these things. I mean, it is what it is. Follow me on everything. PlayTime cares. PlayTime out.